This ain't advice. I'm not your advisor. And as they say in the biz, slap that subscribe button. We're only about 100,000 away from 1,000,000. We're almost there. We're still here. Grape juice still flowing. So let's do some questions. Oh, Tennessee will question. And this is not legal advice. What is the better option? So, a married couple, 3 adult kids making a will, Tennessee. The kids are not responsible enough to manage a large amount of money. Whatever. The will states that if you both die, the insurance pays off the house, then the rest goes into 3 trusts that will give them a dispersal every month until, okay, you're going to pick an age. Yeah, it's tricky, right? Because it's like, if they're not responsible by 35, will they really be responsible by 45? How old are you guys now? Think about yourselves at 35 or 45. Would you really want to have a trustee that's not giving you money when you're 45? That's kind of crazy, but I understand the predicament. You have a mortgaged house. You all live in it. If you both die, there's 3 scenarios you can't agree on. House goes into probate and the court decides. Wait, I don't get it. I thought you said the insurance pays off the house. You're saying not everyone can live there? Okay. The house is given to one child outright. So, okay, I get it. So everyone's living in the house. Wait, you've got 3 adult kids living in your house with you? Okay, that's pretty messy. So you're thinking, I get it. You're thinking about just letting the house go into probate. Yeah. I would never do that. That seems crazy. So we're left with 2 and 3. So the house goes to 1 kid and the other 2 get cash. And it says they can only use to buy a house. You really want to rule from the grave, huh? Or they have 1 year to continue living in the house, after which it must be sold and the money gained is deposited into each of their trusts. That seems reasonable. Have you talked to the kids about it? Like, would they all want to keep living there if you guys were dead? Yeah, you guys should figure it out. I mean, if there's one person that really wants the house and the other 2 wouldn't really care, like, usually it's better to make everyone happy and let that person have the house and give the other people extra cash, assuming you have enough cash in the estate that you could actually do that. A lot of times the math doesn't work out because the house is more than 1/3 of the estate. The idea of forcing it to be sold if you both died is very reasonable. Saying after X amount of months, the trustee or the executor is going to sell the house. It's going to go to those trusts, but they can't live there anymore. I would lean really heavily that way. But again, it's not legal advice. How much to put down on a house in an extremely high cost of living area? Your wife and you would like to buy your house in the next 2 or 3 years. The cheapest houses in your city are $450,000 to $500,000. Not sure how much you need to put down. Some people say 10% is fine. Others say 20% is mandatory. Well, I mean, if a mortgage company will lend to you with only 10% down, then obviously 20% is not mandatory by definition, right? Okay, so you'd like to buy in the next 2 years as you're paying $1,900 in rent a month and you feel like money's going down the drain. Rent is not money going down the drain. Rent is rent. I would advise you to change the way you think about paying rent, because owning a home is probably going to be substantially more expensive than renting, especially if you're in California, which is my guess. Okay, also you have $8,000 in student loans and they're 3.5% interest. Very nice. Would be a good idea to knock it out before buying a house. If I were you and buying the house was really the top priority and the loans are only at 3.5%, I probably would not worry about paying them any faster down than I had to. I don't know exactly how mortgage brokers would look at $8,000 in student loans. I assume it wouldn't be a big knock, but you could always go and pay it off if that's what the mortgage broker said you should do to help boost your ability to get a mortgage approved. The real question between down payments, this 10 to 20% question. If you can pay it, you can pay it. Usually, if you put down less than 20%, you're going to be paying mortgage insurance, PMI, and that's got a cost. But if you can put 10% all you can put down, it's all you can scrape together in 2-3 years, and it's not a problem for you to make the rest of the payments. It'll be a bigger mortgage payment, obviously, if it's 90% instead of 80. And you won't have a problem with any cash flow, and you'll have enough to be able to do any improvements you need to do on the house. I don't see a problem with putting down 10% instead of 20, but it puts you in a little bit bigger hole. You'll be paying a bigger mortgage. You'll have maybe that mortgage insurance expense. 20% is a target. I don't know anyone that actually seriously thinks of 20% as mandatory. So, it's a great rule of thumb, and you should aim for it if you can. But, yeah, good luck.